Dan Willis here, and we're talking about nationwide recovery systems. Are you getting a flood of phone calls from nationwide recovery systems? How about letters demanding payment? Have you discovered they're reporting negative information on your credit report? If so, you're in the right place. Nationwide Recovery Systems is a full-service debt collection agency. They were originally founded in 1979 and are headquartered in Tyler, Texas. They'll collect on a variety of types of consumer debt, including medical bills, charge-offs, utilities, telecommunications, financial services, and more. Our purpose here is to share how to deal with debt collectors, along with your rights as a consumer, and how to exercise those rights to protect yourself, your pocketbook, and your creditworthiness. And the first place to start is with the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, Fdcpa. This is federal legislation passed by Congress with the intention of regulating and governing the debt collection industry. In other words, it's the rules. It says what time of day debt collectors can contact you, what they can say, who they can speak to about your alleged debt, and more. It also requires debt collectors to provide you with that modicum of respect and dignity that every human being deserves. And yes, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act is violated just about as often as our drug laws in this country, and it says much more as well, and it's worth your detailed review at your convenience. Now, will paying nationwide recovery systems help your credit? For many folks, their primary concern is, does paying collections help and improve my credit? Understandably, and it certainly makes sense if it did. However, as of this video at the end of 2020 and moving forward, no, it won't. You see, if all you do is pay off collections and nothing more, the only thing that will happen is a change in the status of that collection on your credit reports. It'll be changed from an unpaid collection to a paid collection. This is still a negative credit report item. According to Anthony Sprov, a spokesman for FICO, having collections on your credit report can damage and drag your credit score down by as much as 100 points. That's huge. Listen, the key to raise your credit score is to remove this collection mark entirely, as if it never happened. And this is a realistic goal because every year, millions of collection marks are successfully removed from consumers' credit reports. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now let's talk about nationwide recovery systems and their collection tools. In addition to the endless phone calls and demand letters, Nationwide Recovery Systems is also going to report negative information about your account on all three of your credit reports. It's also standard practice for debt collectors to inflate your total balance due. Legally, they can charge your account with a sky-high interest rate and, believe it or not, even collection fees. And these can be significant sums of money for some individuals. If they're unable to collect payment, they have two options. First, they can sell the rights to your account to yet another debt collector. Now, this new debt collector will begin contacting you and reporting a collection on your credit reports. Alternatively, they can file a civil lawsuit against you, as in sue you. And there are reports of nationwide recovery systems pursuing this collection method and suing consumers for payment. If they pursue this path, their goal is to win a judgment against you, because then they've really got you by the short and curlies. Depending on your state of residence, a judgment can potentially result in wage garnishment, liens placed against you and or your property, and possibly even asset seizure. Every state has unique laws, so for full details, please check out your local legislation. And whatever you do, Don't just ignore this challenging situation and with the false belief it'll just vanish like a warm spot in the pool. And if you'd like to know more, we're going to include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Now, our very first step for dealing with nationwide recovery systems is to request debt validation. You see, the big coup of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act is the ability to request debt validation. This is how we tell the debt collector, in this situation, nationwide recovery systems, to first prove this is truly our collection debt and everything's legit and on the up and up. Chances are nationwide recovery systems just showed up one day demanding payment, as in you didn't do any business directly with them. So when you request debt validation, it's in essence like asking for the original receipt. It's most effective to make your debt validation request in writing and send it using certified mail. This will provide you with evidence of your communications on the off chance you should need it. You see, they're required to respond by providing you with the documents, evidence, and paperwork that does prove this is your debt. This evidence should also show you all the relevant account details, such as who the original creditor or lender was, the total balance, the dates of account activity, and more. If they fail to validate your debt, then you're no longer legally responsible for payment. Moreover, they're supposed to contact all 3 credit bureaus to have them remove this collection from your credit report. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now, how old is the debt? If they do validate your account, our next step is reviewing this paperwork in detail. We're looking for your last date of account activity because for most types of consumer debt, you're not legally responsible for repayment forever. Typically, you're only legally responsible for repayment for about 7 years, and this is called the Statute of Limitations. This is state law, and it does vary, so for full details, please check out your local legislation. This legal time window applies to charge-off accounts, utilities, medical bills, financial services, telecommunications, retail, and many more. One of the few exceptions is federal student loans in default. Warning, yes, a warning. Debt collectors are notorious for re-aging consumer accounts. Often this is done illegally and with the purpose of continuing to attempt to collect payment. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Again, that's for a free credit report consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-844-517-7627. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation because coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to negotiate and potentially pay nationwide recovery systems. And so it will help to improve your credit. So of course, subscribe. Have a wonderful day and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.